Boom. Just like that, we are live. AOA Podcast, back with you for another episode. Coming to you live from my backyard. Summertime, we thought we'd do a little something different on this lovely evening. So I hope you're having a nice night or morning whenever you're listening. Boy, do we have a show planned for you. We're starting with Hunter Biden's business partner testified today. Crazy stuff there. We have a trifecta Epstein update. We got something on Epstein, something on Leon Black, something on Ghislaine Maxwell. Hint, hint, she's got no more money. Rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. We got a dude who paid a lot of money to dress up like a dog. We've got a grandma that's running a illegal drug ring, Breaking Bad grandma, and a vegan who has starved herself to death, plus a New York Times shocker. My friends, all that and more live from the backyard, and maybe a check-in with J Sabs, who was live at a Frankie C event. Oh my goodness, all the things on this episode. Let's go. How are you?
Oh, wonderful.
Janine is at Frank is doing a radio event tonight. Radio takes precedence over the podcast. So Janine was nice enough to go and support. You're there. How is you like on the beach? It looks nice.
Well, this is a nice place. Let me just show you. But okay, this is how much I like Frank. That you can't really see, but there are like a lot of people here playing volleyball, and we had to park in the lot over. And it was like half a mile walk because there was so many people. So you know what, Frank? I did that for you. I could have saw the lot was full over here. I could have went like, damn, and just kept going, but I didn't. Okay? Because
That's a real friend. You are a true friend. I would have left. I wouldn't have stayed.
So, right, we are going to leave soon, but I did want to check in because, of course, we can't really do much here with. We brought our kids, so this is what they wanted to do the whole time.
Okay.
And also, I just want to mention this. It started raining, and I just blew dry my hair, and I still walked here. So, you know what, Frank? Watch this on the replay.
Frank,
hold on, I'm getting... No. All right, let me go.
All right, thank you for checking in. Oh my God, Frank owes that young lady. Dear, look at the sacrifice that she has put up with. Frankie C is doing a radio remote live on the beach tonight. The man's living it up. He's living it up. I think that's why I'm out here in the backyard. I was jealous of Frank. He's on the beach. I thought, screw it, I'm going to do it from my backyard. Actually, what happened is around 6 o'clock, there is just the darkest of dark clouds coming over me right now. I didn't really think too far ahead that it could possibly rain. Raining would be the end of this podcast. I'll tell you right now. It looks like oh God, I hope it doesn't rain. Anyway, yeah, Frank's doing the remote. I around 6 o'clock or so, I'm like, oh God, it's such a gorgeous like summer night here out on the Eastern Long Island. I'm like, I'm going to do the podcast in the backyard. I'm like, let's just have fun. It's summertime. Like I'm feeling summer right now. Now that we're ending July and we're going into August, I'm like, I'm completely feeling summer. I just want to do summer things, taking the kids and dropping them in the pool, doing all the stuff. So I thought, let's do the show from the backyard. And now I am severely regretting it as there is just the worst, blackest cloud coming over my backyard right now. So let's see how long we can hold on to this for. Hey, let's start with the Epstein stuff. We got a trio of Epstein stories here for you. The first one we're starting with is Ghislaine Maxwell and this report that has come out from the Daily Mail that Ghislaine Maxwell is out of money. She recently sold one of her homes that was reported by the Daily Mail as well, Manchester by the Sea in Massachusetts, sold for $7.6 million. According to the Daily Mail, they're saying that went all to her husband. That was her husband's money, her husband's house. It all went to her husband, Scott Borgenson. We're still not quite sure if there were reports are that it's the ex-husband, that Scott's her ex-husband by now, but supposedly she is plumb out of money, which again, we've talked about this before. And the fact that I don't think Epstein paid all that well for all the money that he had. I don't think she saw a lot of it. I think she was just attracted to the lavish lifestyle on top of being a severely disturbed human being. Um, so they're saying that as she goes through her appeal, she may have to represent herself. So that'll be interesting to see. We'll keep our eye on that, of course. But like I'm with Paul on this little comment here. I don't believe it. She's hiding money. No way she did all that for free. I tend to think she's hiding money somewhere. Who knows if her husband's hiding money for her? But then again, I could also see her husband running clear in the other direction from her, as with a lot of people. And I know she had some family money. Her father was obviously like super wealthy, but who knows how much of that is left over. But according to the reports, that we tell you all the news, this is the latest with her. She might be out of money, and it looks like she may be representing herself. The other thing I didn't account for is the mosquitoes. A lot of mosquitoes right now. So add me to JSAB's list of sacrifices. We're all making sacrifices on this episode. Clearly, we didn't think this all the way through. Epstein, this is a big one. The U.S. Virgin Islands, God bless them. God bless the U.S. Virgin Islands. They are not done with Epstein and the Epstein estate and J.P. Morgan. You know that they have been suing J.P. Morgan. They have been working them on several different fronts. The latest here is, according to a court filing from the U.S. Virgin Islands, J.P. Morgan apparently moved over $1 million from Jeffrey Epstein's account to a woman or a girl's account after they terminated their relationship. So they're saying, the U.S. Virgin Islands is saying that after J.P. Morgan terminated their relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, they still moved over $1 million from Epstein's account into a woman or a girl's account. The U.S. Virgin Islands is the determination that we all need to have in our lives, because they have had the Epstein estate on the run, and they are not letting up. Even though they've gotten some victories there and they've won some money for the Epstein victims, they keep on going. They just filed this court document, and it looks like it's going to lead to yet another lawsuit. So good for the U.S. Virgin Islands as they keep on this. Again, J.P. Morgan Chase, they said all these things and they've already paid up some money, but you helped the world's largest underage trafficking ring ever, and you were the financial arm of that. You deserve a lot of bad things to happen to you. You deserve to pay a lot more than you already have paid. They are truly relentless. Sybil says, "Hey, Aunt, it's Sybil." Hey, Sybil, it's Aunt. Good to have you guys along. Love seeing everybody in the live chat. And of course, I have to give some love to the replay crew who always watch the podcast or listen to the podcast well after the fact. Last thing here, credit my man Paul. We haven't gotten to this in a couple days, but still worth noting. MoMA trustee Leon Black, who we've talked about a huge amount. He, again, also getting hammered by the U.S. Virgin Islands. Also having to fork up a bunch of money to the Epstein victims as of late. There's a new accusation out there that he allegedly, R word, can't say it on social anymore. Sorry, we get whacked. You know what I'm talking about, though. Was inappropriate with a teen with autism at Jeffrey Epstein's mansion. This is all according to a new lawsuit, as if this whole thing couldn't get worse. I mean, teen bad, teen with autism, even worse. I mean, dear Lord, these fucking people. The complaint notes that the 16-year-old Jane Doe has autism and is developmentally has autism, 16 years old. Developmentally, she was about 12 years old. So utter disgust in the old Epstein corner of the world once again. So there's your latest update. 3 things. Ghislaine Bankrupt, JP Morgan back up on the ropes. Leon Black, after he just settled and paid a bunch of money, might not be out of the woods just yet. Shout out to Leisha. What up? Appreciate the love for the backyard. It looks very dark. And that was the cloud. Look, that was the cloud that I was just referring to. That is not rained on us just yet, but just over there, it looks pretty bad. So I don't know if you've noticed, but we're starting to move through the topics fairly quickly. A lot of equipment out here in the old backyard. I didn't realize how dark it was going to get. Again, at 6:30, this seemed like such a wonderful idea, and not realizing that dope, it still gets dark around 8:30 or so Eastern Standard Time. I'm an idiot. I'm a podcast host. If I was smarter, I don't know, I'd be a professor or something. Okay, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden's ex-partner, Devin Archer, went before Congress in an oversight committee today, testified in a closed door hearing. Lots coming out of this, but the main thing is that Joe Biden jumped on a couple of phone calls with Hunter Biden over the course of his professional career as a energy consultant, which contradicts directly things that the president and vice president at the time of all this stuff happened has said. He said he's never talked to any of Hunter Biden's business associates. We now know that that is not true, according to Devin Archer. Now, what Devin said was, he said that, over the course of, I don't even know how many years it was, 10 years, a long time period, that Devin and Hunter were in business together several times, more than a handful of times. Hunter would be like, hey, here's my dad, say hi. And his dad would like hop on the phone and say hi. Now, technically, we can say that Joe Biden never talked business with them, which Devin Archer did say during his testimony. He said it was, very like, hey, how are you kind of a thing. It's not like Joe Biden got on the phone and was like, you got that $1 million for me. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. I just felt a raindrop. But, he jumped on the phone and said hi. And I'm sorry, but that means something. Like we talk about, again, and not to get, lost in the political weeds here, but it's the truth. When Trump is on the phone and he's asking Georgia for 11,000 more votes, and everybody's like, he should go to jail for that. And the other side's like, well, he didn't, do anything wrong. He's like, can you find votes? Come on. That wasn't right then. This is kind of the same thing. You can't have just the vice president of the United States on the phone with his son's friend and business associates making deals in an industry which this guy has no business being in whatsoever. A guy knows nothing about energy. He knows as much about energy as I know about doing a podcast outside when it's about to rain. Okay? We all have our limitations. So you can't tell me that there's not a little bit of I just definitely took some sort of a bug out of my hair. This was the dumbest idea we could ever think of. Next, note to self: next time we do the podcast outside, let's do it in the sunlight when the sun's not setting and there's bugs all over the place. But anyway, here's the thing. Like, does it skirt the I'm not exactly really kind of doing anything illegal line? Yeah, it does. Do I still think that Hunter Biden should go down for this? Yes, I do. Do I think that Joe Biden should go down for this? It's not. I mean, it ain't great. It ain't great. I don't know if he broke any laws, but again, if the vice president of the United States is on the phone making deals with all these foreigners and he hasn't registered as a foreign agent, and then he's talking about my guy referring to his dad, and then he's like, oh, yeah, here's say hi, dad, and dad jumps on the phone, hey, how are you, and blah, blah, blah. That's kind of all I need to know that this shouldn't be done. Again, is it illegal? It might prove that it's not. Is it shady as all fuck that our leaders should know better? Yes, it is. And I am fully happy and comfortable with how much Donald Trump is being prosecuted. And I do believe that if you're going to do that, you need to do it on the other side too. You need to be fair across the board. And I'm loving it. I'm loving this new idea of we're going to hold our political leaders to a standard. Well, great. Let's hold all of them to that standard. So if Joe Biden needs to be impeached and go down for this, I'm totally okay with it. And yes, I know what a lot of people are thinking. I'm okay with President Kamala Harris. We only got another year left. I mean, what's going to happen in another year anyway? You know what I'm saying? All right, that's the Hunter Biden thing. It's a big talking point. Fox News is loving it. Republican people are loving it. Democrats are going to say much to do about nothing. look, we'll see. I think this all needs to be. I think I think we could all agree, honestly, there's enough here that it needs to be investigated. There's enough that we got to just be like, hey, we'll just look into it. We could let the FBI rummage around and ask a few questions and see if there's not a little bit more to this case. But again, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's the son of a major politician getting paid millions of dollars to consult in an industry has nothing to do with. I'm sorry, but that we got to start holding these people to higher standards. That guy needs to be prosecuted, needs to be put in jail, especially when you don't register as a foreign aid. Pee Wee Herman. Oh my goodness. Rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. Here's how the Pee Wee Herman shock went today. Pee Wee Herman died. Oh my goodness. I am so sad that Pee Wee Herman died. He was such a huge part of my childhood. Then, oh my God, I can't believe Pee Wee Herman was 71 years old. How fucking old am I? And then it went to, didn't Pee Wee Herman jerk off at a movie theater once? That was basically the 5 stages of grief for Pee Wee Herman. That was it. That was literally how it went. Oh my God, Pee Wee Herman. Oh my God, my childhood. 71 years old. I can't believe how old I am. And didn't he masturbate once in a movie theater? Which, by the way, it's all true. You're fucking old. I'm old. He was 71 and he did whip it out once and spank it at a movie theater. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Let me see here. Hold on. I got to go to Paige. Paige is one of the best. Fully disagree with you, Ed. You need to listen to Lev Parnas. Who's Lev Parnas? I feel like I'm cursing in Australian. Oceani, let me know if Paige just tricked me into saying an Australian curse. I mean, I don't know what language you guys are speaking over there in Australia, but it feels like saying Lev Parnas is bad. Is this one of those gimmicks where you're going to reverse it and I'm saying something I'm not supposed to that's going to get me canceled? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. And yes, I still think of Pee Wee as 30. We all do. Poor Pee Wee Herman, says Mercury 7. Agree. It's so sad. The guy just, listen, movie theater masturbation aside, the guy brought a lot of smiles to a lot of faces. He was technically 70. I'm sorry, not 71. He was technically 70. But yeah, Paul Rubens, talent nonetheless. Anytime you're entertaining kids, it's a big deal. Let's not forget how great he was in Blow, right? Respect. I'm trying to think of what else. I think he was in a couple of other little things like that. I wouldn't say like a crazy good actor, but you have to have some kind of a talent to survive in this world, in this business, for the amount of time that he did. I mean, he broke in the 80s, and even up to and including the time of his death, people still gave a shit about Pee Wee Herman and Paul Rubens. A lot of reaction from the actor world, of course. Where would we be without our wonderful actors and celebrities? Paul Feig tweeted, "This is devastating, truly heartbreaking. Paul was such a comedy genius. From his David Letterman appearances to his TV shows and movies, he was so original and hilarious. Such a sweet man, too." Natasha Leone tweeted, "Love you so much, Paul. One in all time. Thank you for my career, your forever friendship, all these years, and touching us. What a true original is." I will say he is a true original. Right? He's creepy. I'm not. Paul's got it. Creepy as fuck. Agree. Anybody who eventually stands up in front of the theater and jerks off is going to be creepy, right? We're all going to be. Look at this. Democrat or Republican coming together to acknowledge that movie theater masturbation by a child entertainer is creepy. I love it. Paul and Glenn, Democrat and Republican, coming together in agreement over the creepiness of Pee Wee Herman. I mean, let's just all let this moment marinate a little bit. But again, he was a talent nonetheless, coming up with that voice and the whole gimmick and the shtick and everything else. I mean, the guy was a talent. The guy was a real live talent. You got to give him that. Where would we be without Judd Apatow and his opinions? Judd Apatow wrote, "We got to spend Many years working with Paul on Pee Wee's Big Holiday and got to see his genius and kindness up close. He made the world so happy. Some of the biggest laughs I have ever experienced was watching him perform live. He is irreplaceable. I have never seen him perform live. Luckily, I've never been in the same movie theater as him, thankfully. And I know he did have a big movie, right? Was that an Apatow movie? I guess Apatow did work on that film with him. So he did have like a big comeback, which is great. It's great for him. I did not see that though. Paul says also that Blippy guy. Yeah, Blip. Let me tell you something about Blippy. Blippy is franchising that character out. He is doing something that I've not seen any other child star do, where you can see their face. I mean, if you're like Barney, okay, I get it. You got 100 Barneys running around the country, but Blippy, you can see his face, and Blippy is literally like, I'm just making a shit ton of money. I'm gonna put out a video on YouTube every 3 months and make $1 million off it. Then I'm gonna send some idiot out in my costume to perform live on stage, and then I'm just gonna. He's gotten to the point where he has other people making videos for him now too. I mean, he just doesn't give a shit. The guy just doesn't give a shit. He is cashing checks off of the hard work he did like 6.5 years ago. Fucking, if I could die and come back as anybody, it would be Blippy. But let me say this. It is still early in the Blippy story. Let's just hope it doesn't end with him getting arrested for pulling it out and whacking off in a movie theater. Okay? Let's just hope. We can still be a hopeful society. Okay, we don't have to just, be so down and beaten all the time. Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope Blippy never gets arrested for exposing himself. But anyway, listen, rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. God bless you. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, dog man, this freaking thing. Sometimes we have fabricated stories. Oh, wait, hold on. Cuddles wants to get in on this. Hello, Cuddles.
Oh, hello there.
All right, now you came in at an interesting time. People don't know this, but my wife deserves a medal because Friday, just before the show was about to start, I just come in the house from outside, and I got struck in the back of the head with a blunt force object. I go down. I wake up hours later. I don't know what's happening. Nothing. I don't know if the guy came and followed me in from the garage. I don't know what happened. But my wife didn't miss a beat. She jumped into the studio and said, I'm going to host this podcast anyway, even though somebody allegedly knocked out my husband so he couldn't perform.
My money's on our son.
Well, some people are suspecting it's you, but I'm going to try and look at the bright side of things and say that it wasn't. But
no,
you're on the list.
Okay. But I'm just going to say I'm very thorough. If I mean to do something, I'm going to do it 100%. You would not be here right now if I got away with if I did what I was going to do.
It's a good point. It could have been my wife. She would have finished the job. She would have kept swinging as I was laying face down in my own blood.
Exactly. I'm no punk.
Yeah. You did a great job with Erin the other day.
Oh, I thank you.
Ladies' night was a big success. I think we're going to do it again. I don't know when. But people really seem to enjoy the two of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was good.
That's sweet.
Did you have a good time doing it?
I did. If I had some of this new tequila that you bought me, it would have been a lot better probably. But yeah.
Well, not so fucking easy, is it? That's you know what it's like being the old driver's seat. It ain't that easy, is it?
Yeah, because I'm not like one to start a conversation or start anything, so it was hard.
We didn't think this through, and I feel like Richard Nixon during the first presidential TV debate. I'm wearing a black shirt. It's not pitch black out here. I feel like I'm just a floating head. What was the floating head guy in Pee Wee Herman? Remember the guy's head in the box?
Oh yes, didn't he wear a turban?
Yeah, Melikaliki Maka, whatever he said.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I feel like that guy. I feel like I'm just a fucking floating head on the screen right now.
Aw.
This was poorly planned, Cuddles, and we didn't think of getting any lighting out here.
Well, we do have lighting. It's just not enough.
Yeah, we do. I don't know if people can see. we're basic. Look, we got the, every white person in America has these fucking. This is white people lighting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure other races do it too, but I just don't think you can exist in this country right now as a white person and not have these lights.
Nope.
It's just it goes with our, it goes with our skin pigment.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not to say that other people don't have it too. I'm sure they do. God bless you. But you just basically can't swing a dead cat in any neighborhood and not hit these fucking lights at this point. I mean, I'm in my backyard. I could look over and see 3 or 4 other yards. Every one of them has the same fucking lighting everywhere.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all not. When we were growing up, people were like, you're so special. No, you're not. You're a sucker for Target. Okay. You're going to roll into fucking Target and go, what does Joanne Gaines have for me today? And buy all the shit she comes up with. She's brilliant, by the way. I love her. Mm-hmm. Is that her name? Joanne Gaines?
Joanna Gaines, I think it is.
Oh, okay. I was close. All right, let's talk about Dogman. Every now and then we get these sort of fabricated stories, and that is what this is. This is a fabricated story. It's real, but the amount of attention that it is getting is fabricated. So there was this guy who decided that he wanted to be a dog. He wanted to be a collie. And so he spent $14,000 coming up with a costume that he could go into and pretend to be a collie. I just put the link in the live chat for everybody to see the photographs. The photographs are downright creepy. He has a YouTube page. I gotta think of the name of the YouTube page. It's Toko something or other. Toko becomes if you go on YouTube and you Google TOCO, man becomes dog, you'll come across his YouTube channel. The whole YouTube channel is dedicated to him trying to become a dog man. And then over the weekend, or I should say on Friday, it's I Want to Be an Animal. Search I Want to Be an Animal on YouTube. He's up to 40,000 subscribers. It was like 15,000 when I first came across this guy. So it's obviously clearly growing. But these people, they hire publicists, and they went and did this whole shoot in New York City. It was totally fake. But when you look at the stills in the article that I just posted, it looks so crazy real. Like it looks insanely real. It looks like this guy is, in this dog costume and running around. It's totally stupid. Like if you watch the videos, it's completely unimpressive. If you see the photographs, you're like, oh my God, this is like so strange and so weird.
Why?
I don't know why people do this. I think he does it for attention. I think he's like, just I don't know. I mean, I think a part of people like really, I don't know. I don't know, Cuddles. Like, I mean, like our daughter acts like a cat a lot of the times, but she's 6.
Yeah, but okay, did you call him Dogman, or is that what everyone's like? Like everyone's like, oh, it's Dogman. Because our son reads books like this.
Oh, that's right.
He reads books called Dogman.
Captain Underpants and Dogman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I wonder if they're going to sue this guy.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Leave Dogman alone. He's a police officer. He helps people.
Yeah. But they had him around Central Park, and they were just like watching people's reactions. And it was he's like in this huge suit. It's so stupid. And he's like waving to people. And I'm like, that's the thing that drove me crazy about Dogman. If you really want to be a Dogman so much, I have news for you. Dogs don't wave. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're sitting there waving at people as they come by, do a dog thing, if you're so committed to the character,
Shit's getting out of control.
Boy, how's this outdoor show going? I am in pitch black. And nobody knows that I'm outside.
You are. It's just your head and a silver of the microphone.
I'll tell you what, it's kind of like misting too. I'm really starting to get concerned.
Do you want the light? You remember we bought
No, I got it. No, I got enough. I got enough mosquitoes.
You know the ring light? Oh, the mosquitoes.
Oh, yeah. The ring. No. I'm good. We're going to wrap this up soon. Next story, Breaking Bad grandma. There is a grandma in San Jose that was running a drug ring. And to make matters worse, she was selling fentanyl. Okay, it's one thing if grandma wants to break into the drug business. It's another thing to sell the worst, most murderous drug out there in fucking fentanyl. Like, what kind of a piece of shit can you be? Oh, by the way, she's a secretary for the police department.
Grandmas don't give no fucks.
Yep.
Grandmas don't give no fucks. Okay.
She's the executive director for the San Jose Police Officers Association, whatever that means. But she's a real life, like Breaking Bad. She was arrested. She's 64 years old. She's out on bail right now. They just snapped pictures of her at her grandkids' Little League game. Could you imagine getting arrested for drugs and you just go to your grandkids' Little League game like nothing is wrong?
Yeah.
And it's not like she's just selling drugs. They've arrested her for allegedly running an international drug ring. Okay.
I'm not surprised. Us women are smarter and we're more organized. Yeah.
It's true.
I could believe it. She's been through life. She is organized. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I mean, it's batshit crazy. Okay, here's the thing too. I understand if I feel like, and this might be sexist, but I feel like I could see a young man doing this. All right. Because they're cutting corners, trying to figure out the easy way out. They're trying to make a living or make it in the world. You would just assume a young person would be doing this, especially a young male, I feel.
See, you'd never think a wholesome grandma who's probably making fucking chocolate chip cookies for her grandkids is fucking pushing fentanyl.
Making fentanyl cookies.
She played your asses. Granny is taking it to the bank.
She's making fentanyl fig Newtons, that grandma, I'll tell you what.
Hell yeah. Check underneath her bed. Because that generation puts their money under the mattresses. They don't bring it to no banks.
Here's my thing, though. If you're going to give the average person, young, middle-aged, whatever, male, female, if you're going to give somebody like that like 30 years for something like this, we should put this grandma to death. Because your old ass should know better at this point. Like, you should know. Like, again, a young person selling drugs makes mistakes. They're trying to get ahead in the world. They're trying to survive, whatever it is. It's terrible, but you understand it. When you get to 64, your old ass should know better. And if you get caught, you should get death. You should be put to death.
Maybe she don't care. Maybe she's tired of these fucking younger generations. Maybe she's like, fuck you, little assholes.
We all are tired of the younger generations. Am I right?
Yeah,
people?
Exactly. We really are.
I was driving around before, and we've talked about it. The young guys wearing the tight pants.
Tighter than mine.
I don't get it.
And then why? And then chicken legs.
Everybody is got like the kind of half mohawky, sides shaved, up puffy kind of. My hair is naturally puffy. It's very Kramerish. This is an accident. I don't pride myself on this, but I feel like my shit is like people are going for that now. They like tease their hair up to get a puffy, like Jack Capuano look. That is a very, very tight Canadian reference. One person besides Cuddles knows who Jack Capuano is.
I don't know if even anyone else other than me will know.
Yeah, probably not. I just don't like. I don't know with the men. I don't know. I just don't know. I feel like every generation feels the same way about the younger generation. People are probably saying that. I mean, when we were coming up, we were wearing loose pants and all kinds of weird, stupid shit. Jenko jeans. What the fuck were we thinking with those? But still.
But I get it. When we grew up, guys started wearing their pants but then remember the pants started getting lower and lower, and then your butts were hanging out, and then like our grandparents and our parents were like, pick up your pants. I don't want to see your butt and your underwear and everything.
Boom. Diane. She got it. She said hockey. That's what I'm talking about. Thank God for Diane. Diane's from Canada, I bet you. There's no way Diane is not from Ontario. Don't ruin it for me, Diane. Don't tell me where you're really from. I'm going to pretend you're from Ontario, and we're going to leave it at that. Cuddles could run an international drug ring. I wouldn't be surprised. Although I will say this, I would probably have nicer shirts. That's not necessarily true. She's
There's
probably
nothing wrong. Hey, listen,
My
there's
kids
nothing
have
wrong
really
with your
nice shirts.
$5. Your kids have very nice clothes. You wear $5 Old Navy t-shirts, and you better like it because look, you're wearing one right now. We
I
just
do.
don't
Yeah,
see
I got
you.
no choice. I got no choice. Oh, Diana's from Medford. That's right, Diana. We knew this. We learned this last episode.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah. And an Alice fan to boot. God bless Diane for being here.
We love you, Diane.
Yeah. Yeah. 64 years old, running an international drug ring, working for the friggin' Police Officers Association in San Jose. I hope they put this woman to death.
Listen, holla for $1. It's hard for a bitch out there. Listen.
Yeah.
She can't retire. You can't retire anymore because everything is so expensive. She needs some backup. She needs a couple mil in the bank.
Yeah, give me a break. 64 years old. This motherfucker has a pension. I don't want to hear it. You just know she got a pension. Piece of shit. Anyway, let's move on. Vegan starves to death. I don't wish for the death of anybody, but I'd be lying if I didn't chuckle a little at this one. I'm sorry. I wish I was a better person. Jana Diart. She is a vegan raw food diet influencer who died of starvation, according to a report. Listen, heat up a fucking steak and enjoy yourself. Okay? That's what life is all about. Don't just sit there going, oh, I can eat mung beans and, kale. Stop it. Listen, should we all have a little bit more kale in our life? Yeah, sure. But I'll tell you what, even with kale, you heat that shit up with some fucking garlic and you're going to have a much better time. Okay? You're going to have a much better time with your life. Stop with this raw fucking tomatoes out of the ground bullshit. Cook up something in some olive oil and garlic and enjoy yourself. Put a steak on the side with some truffle butter. You'll thank me later. Okay? You will thank me later. Look up Jana Diart. ZHANNAD''ART. She looks like she hasn't eaten in years.
No.
In fucking years. She's skin and bones and she's so happy. Like, look at the way I live and I'm so healthy. Listen. We all know this, Cuddles, right? I can be a little healthier, right? I'm not one to criticize people who are healthy. I know I could be a little healthier, but there are some people that just take it way too fucking far. Every now and then you got to have a Big Mac, okay? Every now and then you got to succumb to Chick-fil-A. And you know me, I love the gays, big gay guy. I know how anti-gay Chick-fil-A is, but I also know how delicious their chicken is, okay? So I put my personal beliefs aside and I go get a fucking 6-piece because you got to do it.
You got to have a little Taco Bell. You got to have a little Taco Bell in there.
You got to. You got to. And
a
you got these people
cheese.
that drink like crazy and they're like, oh, I'm vegan. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're online at the drive-thru at Taco Bell at 2:30 in the morning like everybody else. You're not ordering a fucking bean burrito. You know you're not.
No.
You're like, give me that questionable beef. Give me that beef with the weird orange oily substance that rises to the top when it's not mixed after 10 minutes. That's what I want in my tummy. You know? This is scary.
I could never be vegan. I could never be vegetarian. I could never be vegan.
Never.
I can't tell you how much cheese I've had today. How much I can't.
Well, yeah, I smelled one of your farts earlier. I could believe it. Just jokes, people. She doesn't fart, my wife. I got Anthony's big head projected on my wall right now. That's scary.
He does have a big head. You do have a big head.
Let me tell you something, Bert. You must have a huge house because if this head fits on your wall, you're doing all right for yourself. You must be doing pretty okay.
Wait, do vegans drink alcohol?
I don't know. I would assume so. There's nothing neat about.
Yeah, but vegans don't like. I don't know. Okay, I'm just saying that because I don't trust people that really don't drink.
Oh, here, look, see, Brian should write a Bible because I feel like we should follow him religiously. I don't hit Chick-fil-A during Pride Month. I just went back this past weekend. See, that's class.
Mm-hmm.
That's class. Not this month, Chick-fil-A, you homophobic bastards. But I'll see you after the July 4th holiday. That's, at least you're trying. At least you're trying. Sarah loves cheese. Who doesn't love fucking cheese?
Oh, God, I love cheese. I could live off of cheese.
The greatest, with everything we've accomplished as a society, cures to to diseases and illnesses, the computer, the internet, everything. You know what our greatest contribution is to the world? Meat, cheese, and bread. We put those three things together, and we never top that. There's nothing better.
Okay, you put alcohol in that.
I guess so. So. Yeah, alcohol's pretty good too.
You have 2 children because of alcohol.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. And a wife. I mean, we might as well be all honest with each other. Yeah, so I mean, condolences to her family. I don't mean to sound like a cold-hearted prick, but you know, am I related to a vegan, Cuddles? No, I am not. I eradicated that shit from my life entirely. I told everybody, and that's the other thing too with vegans. They don't ever last. Again, no disrespect to Jaina. I don't think they die, but everybody at one point or another falls to the McNugget. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Didn't we make fun of the uncles because they do like a meatless Monday? Don't they do one meal a week that's like meatless?
They might be doing that. Yeah, that sounds familiar. But listen, I love them, but they're bored with life. That's what happens when you start to go, let's go Meatless Monday. You're bored with, who else does Meatless Monday? Paul McCartney. You want to know why? He's written every great song there is to write. There's no more left. He's got all the fucking money in the world. You start to get crazy and wacky and go, I don't know, maybe we'll give up meat on Mondays. Now the guy looks fucking phenomenal. I'll give him that. There's something to staying away from meat, at least the amount that I eat. But nevertheless, I just don't think you can survive as a vegan. I just don't think it's a thing. And I wish people, not that they would stop doing it. I'm okay with them doing it, but I hate this shit. Oh my God, I gave up meat. I feel so much better. Oh, my inflation is down. All right. But have a cheesesteak. I'll tell you what, you're not fucking fun to be around. Okay. Have a cheesesteak and call me so we can hang out again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel that like people that do that that's what their life is. Like that's all they talk about. That becomes their identity.
Brian brings up a good point. I used to work with a vegan at a radio station, and I did don him veggie burger. I called that son of a bitch veggie burger all the time. He never heard the end of it. I don't know if he still does it. I think he gave up on the whole meat thing. Not eating meat thing. I think veggie burger is now full on, cheeseburger.
So you turned him?
Yeah, I think, well, when you get abused for years, I mean, eventually you're going to succumb to it. But yeah, I used to make sure that everybody knew veggie burger was around. We used to clear it with people. People like when we were at events and stuff like that, they'd be like, Aunt, can you come do this event? I go, I'm going to bring a vegan with me. Is that okay? And then I would make him wear a sandwich board that said, I'm afraid of meat. Come talk to me about it. It was a whole thing. We never settled that lawsuit, did we? All right, moving on.
Mm-mm.
New York Times shocker. I am a little surprised at this. I am actually a little surprised at this. And I'll put the tweet out for everybody. But this tweet came from over the weekend. And I think Wirecutter is like one of these. It's a section in the New York Times, but I think it's like one of these things that's kind of like it's the New York Times, but it's like its own thing kind of a deal. But it's part of the New York Times. And they put out a tweet. When was this? July 29th. So 2 days ago. I'm going to share this with everybody in the chat. And I'll read you the tweet. After 150 hours of research and testing, Wirecutter testers believe they have found the 5 best clitoral vibrators.
Yeah. Hi-yo.
That is not exactly something I thought I would see coming from the New York Times. Like, they're the paper of record, and they recorded over 150 hours with vibrate. I mean, that's pretty, that's pretty unbelievable.
That's dedication.
Yeah, that's dedication. Like, it's kind of like I equate this to Walter Cronkite coming up and being like, guess what? Me and the wife, we're fooling around with some vibrators, and I have my top 5 list I'm going to share with you after the break. You just don't think that a institution is going to be like, I don't know what you guys have been doing the past couple of weeks, but we have been stimulating some clitorises around here, and we have come to some determinations. And here they are.
Well,
So
maybe it'll
anyway,
help you men out there, okay?
well, I bought all 5, just so you know, wife of mine.
Oh, God.
All 5 are on their way. No, tell everybody why we don't have adult toys.
Because of our kids?
Not really. Tell the truth. Let's say you don't go to one of those creepy sites. Let's say you choose to buy a toy from a fairly well-known site. Why don't we have any? Tell everybody.
Oh, because we share most of our stuff with your parents?
Well,
And
don't
I
say it
don't
like
see
that.
I don't okay, and I don't need your
Well, no,
mother
wait,
seeing
stop. They have our Netflix. We give them our Hulu. We share a lot of the same. We give them a lot of stuff. The parents. Go ahead, tell them what. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't need someone looking and seeing what my previous purchases or something I save in the what I'm going to buy. I don't need your mother seeing, like all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. Cuddles is terrified to buy anything because she's afraid my mother is going to see it. As if the fact that we have 2 children is not evidence enough.
Okay. Bird, I can't go on there and I can't buy there. Because that's exactly the problem. That's exactly where my loving mother-in-law goes. And I love her, so I can't do that. I can't traumatize myself like that. I can't do it.
My mom is a classic carter, meaning she just goes on Amazon and puts shit in the carts and then calls my wife and goes, "Do you like this for the kids? Do you like that for the kids?" And we can't have mom being like, Cuddles, is this your Ass Blaster 4000 in the cart right here? Are you buying that?
Yeah, exactly. So we need to find other ways of doing that or not at all. So
I just realized that I have failed as a husband and a podcast host.
Yep.
I should have been putting ass blasters and all this kind of crazy shit in our cart just to get a reaction out of it.
No, because first of all, you don't like talk to your parents. It's me. So your mother will be like, I saw an ASS blaster, and I'll be like, what? Like you can't do that to me. Like,
Listen,
I take one for the team all the time.
You would with the ass blaster. That's what it's all about.
Oh God.
And it's the Ass Blaster 4000 because only the best for you, sweetheart.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Yeah. Here we go, Paige. I have 2 adult kids on my accounts. I won't dare either. Yeah. What's worse, your mother-in-law or your kid finding your sex toys in the Amazon cart? I don't know what's worse.
I don't know. Because our daughter goes through my stuff because she wants to like be me and she wants to wear my stuff.
Yeah.
That's a hard one.
Nothing is said. Our son is oblivious. He has no idea what's happening. But our daughter goes through everything like a fucking FBI investigator. I don't know what her problem is, but nothing is sacred or safe with that young lady around.
She's a typical female. I've started her young to be able to, get her to that point.
Yeah. Brian the Cannon and Cuddles goes to Spencer Gifts at the malls for her toys. That's what we've been reduced to. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Why did Spencer Gifts? It's like, here's a blacklight weed poster. Here's a Metallica t-shirt and here's a dildo in the back. Like, I don't ever understood Spencer Gifts. I don't know how they came about.
Do you remember back in the day, like when we were in high school and we would go into that store and it was like, oh my God, we're in Spencer Gifts.
Yeah.
Right? And like having a boyfriend or a girlfriend and like, oh, we're going to get something like, look, they sell edible underwear or something like that. Like, do you remember? That tasted like a Tootsie Roll kind of not a Tootsie Roll, like fruit roll-ups.
It what? Yeah. What do you? How do you know what they tasted like? Jesus.
No, I've never worn them, but we bought them once just to try them. They're like
I don't remember. I don't remember
my
ever buying
girlfriends,
them.
not you, asshole. We weren't dating back then, thank God.
Wait, you and your girlfriends? Tell me about this story.
Like,
Hold
you
on,
know
everybody.
me. Oh, no, not like that. Okay. See, this is why I can't.
This podcast just got good. I'm glad it's so dark in here.
No, it was no, but we wanted to see what they were like, what edible underwear were like. So we bought them, and then we like took them out of the thing, and then we were like pulling them apart and giving them to everyone to try to taste and be like, it's kind of like a fruit roll up, but not like.
So who did you eat a pair off of?
No one.
Stacy?
It wasn't off of a person. No,
was it Rachel?
Shut up.
Diane?
No, we were Italian. So our friends' names were Marie and all, like, it wasn't any of these, like.
Oh, Marie, come over here and put these underwears on. But here's the other thing. I am glad the whole fruit roll up thing has died down on TikTok. Enough with the stupid videos where the husband is in the supermarket making stupid faces like, should we get a fucking fruit roll? Like, enough. Here's what I don't love about TikTok. One person does it and then 400 people have to do it. Like, after the second or third time that you see it somewhere, stop. You don't need to make the video if you've seen 2 other people do it.
Do you know what this makes me think of? The video of the guy with when he goes in the water and his wife bought him the swim trunks that like biodegradable or whatever. You laughed at that video so hard.
That was good. That was fucking funny.
You died.
No, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed that.
You did.
Would it bother anybody if I had a cigar? Because I don't get out much.
Well, I'm on my second drink, so.
Talk amongst yourself, Cuddles. Tell everybody about the ass blaster and the edible underwear. And
I have no idea, Anthony.
No, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you guys.
Please.
I got to like this thing.
Oh, God.
You know, I'm not sure you're allowed to do this on YouTube.
Why?
I'm not sure. You're not really allowed to do much.
Oh, my God. Censorship much?
Yeah, we don't live in America anymore. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck?
We lost the whole damn thing. Oh, George Washington's rolling over in his grave. Am I right, people? Where did it all go?
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. But don't you think it's weird? I mean, I get that, you know, you got to get revenue up and shit like that. But I don't know. I mean, that had to go through a couple of editors. Like, hey, everybody, and they documented the hours. They went into a meeting somewhere and they go, we are going to dedicate 150 hours to finally putting a rest to which is the best vibrator, because we can't live like this anymore, where everybody's just wandering about, unsure of how to stimulate their own clitoris. No longer. We here at Wirecutter at the New York Times are going to dedicate 150 hours and make sure that everybody's on the same page.
That's because women rule the world. That is the truth. So you have to make us happy.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
It's my man Willie here. And I'm smoking a cigar. Also filled a little different, but a cigar nonetheless. Hey, whatever makes us funnier, I'm on board for, my man. All right, you enjoy yourself. Got news for you, Willie. Don't make you a bad person. Right?
Oh, God.
You're doing your thing. What else can we talk about? I have no
idea.
I feel like I'm getting a little drop every now and then, but I think we got a little time.
I'm still having some of the animal crackers and they still look all the same. So I'm still pissed off about that.
It's a good point. Cuddles brought this up, and I don't know if this is a little Mandela effecty or not, but the other night Cuddles was eating animal crackers because we have children who rule our whole. I mean, I would love an adult snack.
They rule our house.
Yeah, they rule our whole house. I would love an adult snack. We just never get it. And she's eating animal crackers, and she says to me, all these fucking animal crackers look exactly the same. Now, I may or may not have been high as fuck at the time, but I remember just obsessing over it. There's one. I feel like when we were growing up, we had multiple shaped animals in the animal crackers.
We did. They all look the same now.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Hang on, Cuddles, because as soon as we start talking about dildos, guess who shows up? The dildo whisperer, J Sabs is here.
Who
What's
else?
up?
Oh, look who it is. Look at
Who
this
else
hoe.
but
Look at
the
this
only-
hoe.
It's like if you say Beetlejuice 3 times, he appears. The same thing with dildos. Here's J Sabs.
This hoe is here.
First of all, speaking of dildos, what is in your mouth?
He's
Your mom,
smoking a
usually.
cigar. Oh my God, Anthony!
She started it. You don't hang a fastball up high and not expect me to turn on it and take it yard.
Second, why are you talking about dildos?
Because the New
Oh,
York
I'm stuck.
Times spent 150 hours researching which is the best dildo. And not only that, but they didn't
Wait,
just
hold
make-
on.
Yeah.
Are you on the last topic?
Yes.
Oh my God, it is my birthday week. Go ahead.
Look at this bitch. Look at this bitch.
Listen to me. Not only did they test the best vibrators, they put it in the article as we have found the 5 best clitoral vibrators.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to go look. And
Yeah.
maybe I'll do it just for the research for the podcast. I
Show
swear.
research.
Yeah.
Are you going to submit a receipt to us for 5 Ass Blaster 5000s? Now, wait a second. Is it really your birthday week? Because I felt like we just celebrated your
Yes.
birthday for the last 6 months.
Well, you did, but yeah, it is my birthday week.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
So-
my God. Again?
What
Again,
do you mean again?
What are we doing this year? Didn't we do something for like 6 days last time? I forget what we did.
I didn't really do anything big for my 40th. Oh, I mean,
Are
I
you
wish
insane?
I wish I would have, but I didn't.
Ooh, Janine, I'm drinking the cucumber jalapeno tequila. It's very good, just so you
Oh,
know.
I love that one.
It's very, very good. Just so you
It
know.
is very good. I love it.
Oh my God, misfit jester. That is an inappropriate comment, my friend. I can't even read that, but I'll put it on the screen so everybody else can.
What?
Wait, let me read it. Hold on, let me read it.
Not
Oh, I
important.
don't see it.
Not important.
Oh.
Oceania would like to know, how was Frankie? Did he have a lot of people show up? A lot of people listen.
I hate to tell you this. I'm gonna have to tell you guys this, and you're not gonna be happy. But you know what? It just proves Anthony's point. More Frank's neighbors showed up than his actual friends.
Oh no. Oh, are you for real?
So you know what this means. When Christmas time rolls around and then there's a Christmas dinner, and if the neighbors are doing that thing that they do, we're completely dropped.
That's true. We got to get our Christmas dinner in soon. We got to send the invites out of when we're doing Christmas dinner.
I know.
As if the Saturday closest to Christmas for the last 25 years wasn't
Wasn't
invitation
the same
enough.
one, right? I know. I know. I know. Oh, I forgot. Oh, okay. Okay.
Because he's too nice. He'll never say, I like these people better than you. Frank will never ever say that, even though that's what we know. I feel like we're like the sad people. We know we're the problem in the relationship, and we're like, just break up with me, just break up with me. And the other person's too fucking polite to do what needs to be done.
Yeah. So now you know what that means. We have to start acting like dicks, so they actually have a reason to be like.
Start acting like.
Right.
When is your birthday, so I know when to leave the country?
Wednesday. So sorry, probably.
Your
won't be
birthday?
enough
No,
time.
your birthday is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does everybody know all their friends' birthdays, or are they clueless like I am?
I pretty much do.
Do you know who I rely on? Our friend Liz. Our friend Liz is up at 7:30 in the morning, ready to text the friend chat of whose birthday it is, and God bless her soul.
She sets
She's up
her
at
alarm.
6.
She sets her alarm to wake up extra early on birthdays and anniversaries.
An anniversary. Yeah, she knows anniversaries. Who the fuck? Who knows anniversaries? I barely know my own.
Right.
You know?
You piece of shit.
Oh.
Yeah, she's been drinking. She gets angry.
No, Frank. I mean, here's the thing. Let me just tell you something. I blew dry my hair straight-ish. We go there. A lot.
Thank God you said dry my hair straightish, because I was getting worried we were gonna get taken off the air. Go ahead.
We go there. The parking lot's full, so we have to go to the next one. Okay, fine. We had to walk across the parking lot.
Where was this appearance? Gilgo Beach?
Basically like across the street. I'm not even lying. It's across the street.
That's where Paul wants us to take you for your birthday.
Oh, I would love to. Oh my God, that would be like a perfect birthday for me.
Here's the thing, Paul. Let me tell you why Paul's out of line. You don't take somebody to their workplace for their birthday. That's uncalled for. That's not.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's not really my birthday then.
Yeah.
Gilgo Beach Inn is basically, it's not an inn, it's a bar that's on Gilgo Beach, and they have, I'm not gonna lie, they have the most amazing rum punch.
Oh God.
So
knocks you right out, doesn't it?
Yep, knocks you right out. You wake up, you might be in the woods, you may not, I don't know, but it is.
You might be in Massapequa Park. Who knows?
Yeah, what do you do? Shit happens.
So anyway, we have to park the next lot, which is at the next beach over. So, and then we have to walk, and then it starts raining, and then I get really mad, and I take cover under this thing because I don't want to get my hair wet. And then we wait for the rain to stop, and then we go again, and then we get there, and there's just so many people there because it's also volleyball night. So what they do is they have, I can't even tell you how many volleyball nets they have set up for all these people to come and play. So that's why the parking lot was so crowded, because I was like, wow, this is for Frankie C. Then I was like, oh wait, it's for the volleyball.
It was for Frankie. And was this before or after? No, wait, Ginny, was this before or after the video that you sent to me of baby Satan pulling her pants down,
mooning people?
Oh my God, she was definitely mooning people, and that was her way of telling people to. Yeah, she was telling people to go fuck themselves, like, but by mooning them. I'm telling you, this kid needs Jesus.
She did well.
I love her. I absolutely love her.
So no, but it was just basically like a country band that's like, it's a country cover band that's well known. Frankie seemed to know the songs, and I looked at him like, you know these songs? And he's like, duh. And I was like, oh yeah, honky tonk bonk donkey do my dog. I don't know. I don't fucking know country. I literally hate country music. I hate country music.
Why? Country music is good.
I love country.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Give me what else to see any day.
That whole crowd is there because of Frankie C and his station, because they advertise it, so they're all there to see.
No, there was a lot of people there, and they kept all doing the line dances, which.
They were doing was Frank line dancing?
No, he looked at me. He goes, "I don't know how to do that." I said, "Okay." So, but
did you take any pictures of him?
I did. I should have, right?
Oh my goodness.
What did I go there for? Most of the time I spent by the playground because they were annoying.
Because you're shitty kids?
Yeah.
Did any other of our friends show up, or was it just his neighbors? His real friends?
Just his neighbors and me.
Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna try and go Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna move the podcast earlier, because I gotta go support Frankie C.
What time is it?
I'll go there.
I think it's 7 to 9. I was thinking of doing the podcast earlier, and then maybe just doing like something for the members from the actual thing.
Yeah, because he's closer on Wednesday to us. He's in what? Where is he Wednesday?
Patchogue.
Yeah, that's closer to us than all the way in Babylon.
It's close to Diane. We'll get our new friend Diane to come by.
Oh, Diane, meet us.
Diane probably listens to Frank on My Country. That's his. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it. On his radio station.
Beep that out. Go back and beep that out.
Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like when I mention it.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't know. We've never really talked about it. We've always just aired on the side of let's just not stir it up and make a big deal out of it. I do. Let's go. Glenn says today's music all sucks ass. I hate to say this because I feel like I'm turning into an old man. There's still great music out there.
Turning. Go ahead.
There's still great music out there, but there is a lot of trash. I mean, there is a lot of shit without even a simple fucking melody in it. I don't understand it.
Come on, let's be honest. The rap of today is not like the rap that we grew up with.
No, that's true.
Even the rock is too emo and feelingsy. It's not rock enough anymore. But yeah, there's no melody in rap anymore. Hip hop back in the 90s was 80s into the 90s. Pinnacle.
What do you mean? I'm bad like a Barbie. I'm a doll. I just want to go party.
She's great. Did you see Cardi B throw a fucking microphone at somebody who splashed water at her?
I have to ask you something. Do you think that she's wrong?
Oh, but did you see in the beginning, she asked people to splash her with water, like to throw water, like she wanted that, and then she got it, and she wasn't happy about it.
So I saw the whole video of that, and basically they asked her to do it. She asked people to splash her ass. And then when that girl threw the big cup, she got mad because she hit her in her face. And so I think that kind of was like a knee-jerk reaction, like you just throw. Because I don't blame her. I don't blame her. But then
I don't, but if you're asking people to throw, like, that's it. Like, what's the difference? Why? Because her ass is, supposedly fake and her face is kind of real.
Oh,
but if you ask for it, I know. If you ask for it, you're going to get it. And you have to take it then.
Yeah. You do have to take it.
Are we still talking about music or porn? I don't even know what's happening right now. I felt like the girl deserved to get a microphone thrown at her, and I thought good for Cardi B. And then I saw a TikTok from some young lady who was right next to the girl, and after the water got splashed up, she was like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry." So I think I kind of feel like she just got caught up in the moment and was jumping around and excited. She's so close to Cardi B. I feel like she didn't understand.
I would have done that. I would have been crazy. I would have been like, I don't even know.
Yeah, I felt a little bad for the girl, to be honest with you. And it kind of sucks to have you're like you're front row, your heroes on stage, and then they're fucking chucking a mic at you. Not that I think Cardi B is wrong. She should have, but I did feel I didn't think I would feel for the girl who threw the water until I saw.
But I think she's in trouble, Cardi B, now because of that.
Yep. If the girl wants to press charges. Right?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think so. I think she's in trouble because of it.
I saw something that when she threw the mic, the battery came out and hit somebody or something like that. Not the girl who threw the water, but somebody else maybe. I thought I heard. I don't know.
I don't know.
Fucking, let me tell you something. Robin is a legend and nothing gets past him. Can't all be the toadies. That's a callback to like 4 podcasts ago. You are a legend, my friend. Brian the Cannon Bannon podcast meetup in Patchogue Wednesday. Totally there. That could be epic. Frankie C, Brian the Cannon Bannon. I don't know. All signs are pointing in that direction for a podcast Patchogue meetup.
Patchogue. Wednesday is my actual birthday.
Even better. Then I don't,
Yeah,
like,
where you going for your birthday? Don't you want to be with me for your birthday?
Go to Patchogue.
I know, right? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what I want.
How old are you? 61? 62? No, can we tell people you're really?
That's fucked up. That's fucked up, babe.
You said what your age was before. Can we tell people what you are this year? You're going to be
41.
Nobody gives a shit.
You just asked me.
Like nobody cares. Like
you mean 40, nobody cares about a birthday anymore?
40 was the big thing. Didn't you go to like Miami or something for your 40th?
Went to Aruba.
Aruba. Oh my God. You don't even deserve to go to Patchogue for your 41st. You went to Aruba last year.
Yeah, last year. It's not this year.
Your husband took care of the. Did he plan the trip or did you plan the trip?
Of course I planned it. Yeah, I know.
All right. Shouldn't be expected to do anything for 41. 41 is useless.
Right. So he should plan something then, not me.
18, 21, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. That's it. Those are the birthdays that matter.
Really? Not 75?
No.
Okay.
No. You can make a big stink out of your birthday once every 10 years.
Okay.
And I know people are thinking, Aunt, what about 90? Nobody gives a shit. All your friends are dead. Be happy that your family.
You are the Grim Reaper of
I'm
friends.
not. That's the truth. That is the truth. Once you get to that age, be happy that you could even remember it. If I start to have memory issues, Cuddles, just lie to me and be like, you're 60 again. It's gonna be a good year.
What?
Now you can have a birthday then every year, a big birthday.
Yeah, that'll be fucking great. Does anybody feel bad for these families that they're like, I get a lot of the dementia and Alzheimer's people on my TikTok, and they just keep putting their Alzheimer's person on camera. Like I can't tell how much we're just sharing and all just sharing information together and how much we're just kind of exploiting.
Oh, you mean like exploiting the dementia people?
Yeah, because it kind of feels like unfair to put, like, listen, there's some nice videos. I told you about that video, the bride who gave her husband, this bride gave her dad a paintbrush because he loves to paint, and he didn't recognize her at all. And as soon as he put the paintbrush to the canvas, he looked up and he saw her and he knew her name. And it was on her wedding day. Yeah, I was fucking crying. I was fucking crying.
I wonder how, that's crazy.
That was beautiful. But there's some where they'll just put it on like dad while he's having his big Alzheimer's moment. And he's like, oh, where's my wallet? Where's my wallet? And do I have money? And I just don't know how helpful that is, because we all watch it because we're like, oh, this is terrible. And I don't want this to happen to me or anybody I know. So their views are like through the roof. I feel like, do they feel a little bad at all for what they're doing? Right. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
That is.
Why am I getting such a bad reputation in the live chat?
Oh,
because you're an asshole.
What'd you do?
I don't know. Was it the 90 remark or the Alzheimer's? I'm not quite sure.
Because I'm an angel for dealing with you 24/7.
Glenn B.
Janine,
last B-Day I celebrated was 16. Been a workaholic ever since.
Oh, yeah. Let's go out.
Or a man. Nobody cares about men's birthdays. See, nobody gives a shit.
You're like, oh God, you sound like my husband. I hate that. I think every birthday should be celebrated. I do.
You think every birthday should be celebrated 7 times?
Maybe. I don't know. I like birthdays.
So what do you want to do for your birthday?
Well, I really don't know yet. I really don't know.
Like, what's your ideal? Like, you went to Aruba. Obviously, you can't go, do another trip would be kind of crazy. Like, what would be an ideal birthday?
Want me to give you an ideal day?
Yeah.
Ideal day. Okay. I'd like to go out east, go to the wineries, go to a brewery, drink, and maybe eat, and then go to a nice dinner at night. There you go.
I tell you something. There's nothing wrong with that. That sounds nice. Are we invited? Is this a friends thing or just with your husband?
No, just my neighbors.
You can't do that with 2 kids.
No,
you can't do that with kids. See, and that's the problem. If you wanted everybody to do that, now everybody's got to find a fucking babysitter, and the whole thing is an ordeal now.
Oh, I actually was just talking about me and roommate doing that for my birthday, but if for everybody else, how about we go to a place and how about we have drinks and maybe some small plates and talk?
Well, let me ask you an honest to God question, because you answered just now honestly with what you'd want to do. Is your ideal birthday just with your husband, or is it amongst friends?
Ooh. That's a hard one.
All right. Well, I think I
would pick friends.
I feel like I guilted you into saying that.
No. I do like that. I do.
Hold on, everybody. Hold the phone. Look at the atmosphere we're going with here. You know that is
the moon.
That's the moon.
No.
Is that not gorgeous or what? Is that not gorgeous or what? All right, now I've offended Christina, which I don't want to do. I love Christine. I am not clueless about 90s or dementia, and I apologize if you work in an assisted living place. This is why I don't, because it must be a terrible thing. Dementia's terribly sad. You can ask Cuddles. Plenty of experience with it in my family. I've been around it a whole ton. So if I joke about it, I'm trying to bring some humor to a situation which I've definitely gone through and feel horrible about. So I don't mean to offend anybody or belittle anybody for it.
It has hit us very hard. So I'm 100% behind Anthony.
Yeah. And the fact that it's a thing in my family. That's why I always joke around about myself getting it, because I'm trying to lighten the mood of my inevitable nonstop blathering like I do now.
I'll be honest, it is very upsetting to see that.
It's the worst.
It is. And it has hit our family, and it is devastating.
Yeah.
Anthony?
I was like 6 years old. I was 6 years old when the first family member I knew had dementia at the fucking, and I learned at the Thanksgiving table. So not exactly.
How do you can't understand that at 6?
No. And it's the worst feeling, not having somebody know who you are, and the nonstop progression that you can't stop it. This is a horrible thing. Let's talk about something else. We're lightening everybody's mood.
Before Anthony cries.
Yeah. So you say with friends, that's the way to go?
Yep.
Yeah, me too. I want to be surrounded.
I like people.
Yeah.
Today, right now, I like people. Give me another 20 minutes, I might not like people.
Are we relegated once you hit 40? Are you relegated to the wineries? Because I feel like
I know,
all the other 40-year-olds are like, we should go to a vineyard.
Yeah. Or like, there's a few breweries out east that I do enjoy. Can I name them on here and see if you've ever went to them?
I've worked for all of them, so go ahead.
Jamesport.
That you nailed the one I never did an appearance at. That was the only one that never hired me to come by. Fuck those people.
I do like them. They usually have like interesting food trucks there.
They do. I'll tell you, that's one of the great marriages. The beer people decided, let's invite these fucking food people that can't seem to get their own restaurant. They want to keep it on wheels.
Yep.
And it's a win-win combination. The food truck at the brewery or the vineyard.
I do like Greenport one.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't like the one that's actually in Greenport because I feel like it's way too small.
Yeah, it's too small.
I like the one that has the restaurant and like it's way big. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we haven't been there. And last time we were there, somebody wanted to take a picture with my son, and that's it. And then Cuddles refused to show her face.
Really?
People.
So let's go there.
Take pictures of our kids.
That's where that incident, which by the way has come up in the last 4 podcasts. That story.
I know why. Okay.
I don't know. It seems to be a thing.
Because people like seeing pictures of our kids, and you know how I feel about that.
But I'll tell you what, you can take kids to those things because they have all the fucking cornhole and the big tic-tac-toe and all that shit.
They have stuff for kids to play with there. Like that is family friendly there. Definitely.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that. Should we celebrate? Let's Saturday. Let's celebrate your birthday. Oh no, we can't because we're celebrating a child's birthday. That's right. I forgot. We're all parents.
Oh, come on. You can come by us and go to the one by us.
Which I like that one too because that one is also family friendly. I do like that one.
That is very family.
All right, easy there, Cuddles. You're just drinking a lot. Why don't you give out our address for the love of God? Holy shit! I have somebody knocking on my door in 5 minutes.
I like going to those places. Sometimes I have a little too much fun at these wineries, but listen, I've grown up since then. I've grown up a lot since then.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
That's true. I remember one time driving back from a winery with you. You were in the car in front of us, and that
puking out the window.
That was the first time I ever saw somebody use windshield wipers to wipe off puke from a moving car.
Oh my God. I remember that.
I was sitting in the passenger seat and the driver goes, "Is it raining?" And I go, "No, that's Janine's vomit from the car in front of us. You're going to want to put your wipers on."
And I'll be honest, in my life, I have not gotten sick that many times. I have not. That was probably one of the worst ones. And it's because somebody gave me dessert wine plus spinach dip.
You act like that's a lethal
that
combination. What? That's
I
not
know who that is.
No, come on, stop it. No, I gave you spinach dip. What does spinach dip have to do with this?
No,
Not you.
What made you
Not
sick?
you.
It's almost like you're defending. What do you mean? What do you have against spinach dip?
What does spinach
That's what you
dip
feel
ever
like.
do to hurt somebody?
Cue to you writing in a diary, dear spinach dip.
Once you said dessert wine, I knew who exactly it was. It wasn't you, Cuddles.
Oh. By the way, we've never been allowed in Duck Walk Vineyards ever since that day. That was like 14 years ago.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. No, that's longer than 14 years.
It was in 2009.
Oh my God.
Jesus, I hadn't even gone through puberty yet.
And I know that.
And God, that day was oof. I'll never do that again. But it was fun. Do you also remember the roommate hit our friend Ray in the face by accident?
Oh my God.
You don't remember this?
No, I
don't. My husband was running through the actual vineyards, and he was swinging his arms, and he didn't realize that the cop came out, and he just punched him right in his face.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was really
I don't
funny.
remember that.
Yeah, I know. You don't remember it because you were that drunk too.
I remember that there was a guy performing with a guitar and a drum kit on his feet. And I took the drum set from him, and you and your sister-in-law, I believe, just started singing Britney Spears in front of the whole vineyard.
Womanizer. They kept singing Womanizer.
Yeah, that
Britney Spears. 100%. I have video of this. I have pictures of this. Janine getting thrown out and never allowed back.
We didn't get thrown out.
Oh, they were they couldn't wait to usher us out.
Yeah, we were asked to leave.
Yeah,
we were asked to leave
nicely. Not
did they really say you have to leave?
No, they said we're actually closing, and then once we left, we looked at our watches and realized, oh, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. They don't close for another 6.5 hours.
Yep, exactly.
That's really funny.
But we were shit-faced. We were like, oh, they must be closing. We're we're the only ones here that must be closing. Little did we know, we chased all the other customers away.
Wait, honestly, we got home at 6 o'clock that night. It was not late at all.
Well,
right?
You know this part of the story though, right? Like you were in the drunker car. So when we left, we got split into two cars. You were put in the drunker car. And then we got to the restaurant and you guys were hammered, and somebody or somehow it was like, should we get McDonald's or not? And it was like, we should get McDonald's. And the drunker car left. And then it was like, do we really want McDonald's? Can we handle being in a restaurant? And so then we went into the restaurant.
You know how many years I found out afterwards? I'm not joking. I had no idea. I thought we all went to McDonald's.
Nope.
Sure you did.
Nope.
I stayed in the car while my sister-in-law went like this, opened my mouth, and just threw fries in there like a baby bird. A baby bird.
Oh my God.
And maybe drink Coke. But you know what?
I'm too drunk for this.
That did help.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
You're here today to tell the story.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I'm proud.
I am proud. I don't know if you should be.
Bird, J-Sab's even prettier projected on my wall. Hurtful, but I get it.
Right.
I get it.
Oh, no. Thank you. No.
What was I going to say before? Oh, how funny was that? We had such a beautiful comment come in the other day.
Oh, boy.
It was so lovely. Share it.
About Frank?
With everybody. It was a paragraph and a half from, this is not it. Hold on. Harmony. From Harmony Ann. She wrote us the most beautiful thing. It's like 14 paragraphs long. And you can see, look at all that writing. We literally, I read the whole thing. I'm like, it was 6 paragraphs on how great Frank is, and Janine and I got the very bottom of, oh, you guys are great too. A little tiny thing on the bottom. which I appreciate. That was nice of her to do. But I want to say to everybody, you don't have to do that. If you want to show Frank love or Janine love or whatever, you don't have to be polite to the rest of us.
Yeah.
We could take it.
Especially if you want to show me love, you don't have to say anything about these pieces of shit.
Oh my God.
You want to hear something funny?
Yeah, listen, the show ended 40 minutes ago, so we're just kind of bullshit now.
This is going to be my last thing.
Okay, me too.
Okay, I know I've mentioned this before on the pod that I have a new neighbor. Well, he's been there like 3 or 4 years, and I always feel like I have to say hello to him. Like I always have to wave to him first. If I'm going down the block and I see him and he looks up, I'm always like the happy idiot, right?
Why do you feel that?
Because when he gives me a hello, it's always like a mediocre one like this. Look, pay attention.
Good. Oh my God.
And I get so annoyed. I get so bothered by it because I always have to say hello first. There's been times where I'm sitting in my car by myself going, I see him down the block and go, I'm not fucking saying hello to him, right? Literally out loud. I'm not saying hello to him unless he says hello to me. I'm not doing it. And then I always end up being suckered into saying hello to him first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, other day, I'm trying to get the kids out of the car. Of course, they're fighting, and I'm like, guys, can you just stop? And I hear something, and I turn around, and it's neighbor walking his dog. And now my kids love dogs. So they're like, I was like, oh, hi. And he was like, hi. I was like, damn kids. He's like, I know, I got one too. And I'm going to say, really? Maybe if you would have talked to me, I would have like known that really.
Good for you.
I did know because I saw him with the baby carriage like once or twice, whatever.
Uh-oh.
So anyway, with bullshitting a little bit, I go, by the way, I'm Janine. What's your name since we never met? And he just looked at me and he's like, I'm Paul. I'm like, nice to meet you. Because you too. I said, good. Then he's telling me about the dog. It's a bomb sniffing dog because he works for NYPD. But how cool is that?
That is very cool.
Right? So, to get on his good side, I told him I work for the Suffolk County PD.
God.
It's actually technically illegal to be doing. You really should stop doing that.
Okay, I didn't say that, but I said, thank you. I'm a big supporter of the Men in Blue. Something I forgot what I said. How awkward I said it. And I was like,
40 are you?
I know. I was like, oh God. And he's like, oh, thank you. And I was like, oh, now is he gonna say hello to me since I said I'm a supporter? Let's see. Let's see.
Wonder.
But we'll see. But yes, I am that neighbor, Paul. Go ahead.
Neighbor interactions can be weird. I don't know about you, but I've known our neighbors for quite some time, but it'll still take me a minute to remember certain neighbors' names.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like I have to like really think about it and be like, oh yeah, that's right. That's her name.
If you have to ask me every single time.
Yeah, I do.
That's husband does that about people in my family. So what's his name?
Because I like being friendly. People in your family? That's funny. Yeah, that's good. I still don't know people in my. You could ask my wife.
You like being friendly, but like, would you go to their houses? In their houses?
No.
D said no, never.
Maybe.
Never. Lies, you big liar.
I might. I don't. If they were like, "Hey, I got this thing. You want to come see it?" I'd be like, "All right, yeah."
You'd be like, "Fucking FaceTime me."
No, I like being friendly with people, but so like when they start to get a little too much, when it's like, we should go camping. I'm like, all right, it's fine. We don't have to.
That is way too far. That is so. Way too
it's got to be a special thing if I want to carry this relationship past. Hey, you believe the garbage man were late this morning? You believe that shit? That's where I want to be with neighbors. That's it. That's not too. But I will say, here's the difference. I will say hi to the 400 people that live around us, and my wife thinks that's weird. But I think it's weird if they want to talk to me for more than 3.5 minutes.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You're asking for them to talk to you when you fucking wave. Just make like you don't see them. It's very simple.
Oh, so you tell me this is what this guy thinks of me? If I if he waves,
sorry.
He's
Janine,
probably thinking, why does this girl need to say hi to me all the time? Is he married?
Wait,
yes,
wait, Janine. The problem is that he's never here.
I know. So that means that you have to go talk to them then.
Paul said, would a pineapple help?
Fucking Paul, cut the shit. Okay, no, because he smiles and he waves, but then they don't see him because he's never around, but they see me, so then they talk to me. So I have to talk to all these fucking people, so shut up.
There's some truth to that. I think at the end, I want to be friendly enough, but when people start to get too friendly, I fear there's going to be a pineapple invite at the end of that rainbow, and I'm terrified of that. That's what I'm afraid of. What I'm really afraid of is people not leaving after small talk. That drives me that I can't live with that.
You don't like small talk.
I don't
and
like
then it's on me. And that's why I'm like, just put your hand down and look like the nice social person, so people just leave you the fuck alone.
But I am the greatest neighbor anybody can have in a 2.5 minute conversation. That's that. I know my spoil date. I know when I go bad.
You just want to wave and then that's it.
Yeah, say hi. I talk to the people.
Maybe that's how this guy feels.
Then there's always this guy. Fucking garbage man didn't come. Oh, that's right. It was a holiday on Monday. Oh, I forgot. Could you believe it? Same shit all the time. Same fucking conversation.
I hate you.
Time you put your sprinklers on. Well, that kind of shit. Stop and chats. Yeah, see? Robin's got it. Stop and chats. Let's move on with our lives. Let's keep going. Let's keep moving it along. All right. So now that you've introduced yourself to this neighbor, you gonna invite him over for dinner?
No, but let's see if the next time I see him, if he's going to initiate the wave first, or am I going to have to do it once again?
If he initiates the wave, will you invite him to the vineyards for your birthday this weekend?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to meet him. I'm excited.
Right.
I'm very
we'll
excited.
See. Well, I mean,
Are there any pineapples or pink flamingos on his lawn?
No.
Okay.
But there is a small "Let's Go Brandon" sign.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There it is.
That's why I'm like so desperately trying to be friends with him. I'm like, can we be friends? What's your Facebook?
Is this the FJB lights Christmas time?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure. Just making sure.
Funny though.
All right. I feel as if we've reached the end of the show. Unfortunately, I did not take the little noisy thing that makes the conclusion music. So we're just going to awkwardly leave. Actually, no. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. Tell people, Janine, if you couldn't do your birthday this weekend, when would you?